Donald and Douglas help with the goods traffic on Duck's branch line. In the summer, when the weather is fine, they enjoy it. But they don't like it so much when it is wet. No engine likes being rained on. Henry had even stayed in the tunnel once to avoid it. But there is no turntable at the end of Duck's branch, so that tender engines always have to travel backwards in one direction. "It's no good enough," grumbled Donald to Duck one wet day. "Why can't the Fat Controller put a turntable up here, eh?" "He probably doesn't think it's worth it just for Oliver and me," replied Duck. "Humph!" snorted Donald. "He ought to try riding in a cab on a day like this. It's all right for you. You've a proper back to your cab that keeps the rain away when it's coming down in torrents. Dougie mean had nothing." In an effort to keep some of the rain off, the twins' crews rigged tarpaulins from the back of the cab roof down to the front of the tender. Like a sort of tent, this helped, but if it was windy, it flapped and made itself a nuisance. But at last, the weather improved. It did so suddenly at a time when Donald's driver and fireman had to make a quick turnaround at the big station. The fireman only had time to bundle the tarpaulin roughly into a roll and put it out of the way on the back of the tender. Then they hurried to the yard to take on water for the next journey. Just before they set out with their goods train, the fireman, who was shoveling coal forward from the back of the tender, noticed that the tarpaulin had disappeared. "Did you move it?" he asked the driver. The driver shook his head. "Haven't seen it since you took it down," he said. "Bother!" said the fireman. "It must have fallen off in the yard. Let's hope it doesn't rain again before we find it." They reached Aldsborough safely, but on the way back had to wait outside the little station. "I'm thirsty," Donald complained after a while. His driver opened his injector, but no water came from the tender into the boiler. "Try yours," the driver told the fireman. He did, but it made no difference. "Oh!" groaned Donald. "I've got such a pain." "Your injectors have failed," said his driver. "There's nothing for it but to drop your fire, and then we can try and repair it." Meanwhile, Donald's fireman had climbed to the back of the tender to check the level of the water in the tank. He lifted the filler cap and peered in. "Well, I'll be!" he exclaimed. "So that's where our tarpaulin went." Seizing a long steel pole, he plunged it into the water and managed to pull the sodden tarpaulin away from the feed pipe which it was blocking. Water was soon flowing merrily into Donald's boiler once more, but when they reached the yard, the driver and fireman had a hard job getting the tarpaulin out of the tank. When they'd finished, they were very wet, very hot, and very cross. The fireman vowed never to store the tarpaulin near the water filler again. The driver intends to make sure he doesn't.